Welcome back to another episode of CinemaVerse Podcast. I am your host, Yabanik McCabo, runner of CinemaVerse and the cinema architect. We have our boy Nebi here, Neb the Hub. And then we have Andrew, who is back for the first episode in like maybe a month now.
It's been like 2 weeks.
When were you? Really?
You haven't recorded an episode since...
We had the most exciting one. Well, I think that's 3 weeks now.
Have you recorded an episode since that one?
Yeah, we did the best animated movies draft.
The Pixar one?
It was Pixar, a few Disney, and DreamWorks.
Plus
a wild card. You said that you were busy at like the last second. You were gonna join, and then
because I remember we postponed it because no one else could make it.
Yeah, we postponed it the first time,
me.
And then everybody else could make it, you couldn't.
Dang.
We missed you. But you didn't get the results since I haven't posted it. You don't know the results for the MCU movie draft. Do you have any predictions as to who won?
Me, of course. This whole video, the video we're recording right now, is because of my recommendation.
Loki, yeah.
And I'm proud of that.
You actually were in second place. You were.
Oh, for
real? Yeah. No, Billy won.
Billy won?
And he kind of blew us out too. I think it was he had like 28% of the vote and nobody else had at least 20% of the vote. Split up the rest.
Billy, it was because he included Big Hero 6.
That's what I'm thinking. Like
definitely that.
I don't remember any other. My other theory is that me, you, and Nebi, we were all like neck to neck. All of us. I think I had 9 votes and you and Nebi had 10 votes each. I think we split like the die-hard Marvel votes, where like those people who actually pay attention to Marvel, we had all of those media products, so they just didn't know which one of us to pick. So we split all of those votes. And if one of us weren't there, one of us would have won. I feel like that's the only explanation. Plus, also, Billy's list was pretty good.
I don't know if I'd include Nebula into that whole mix. I think between me and you.
Yeah, probably me and you were probably pretty close in the diehard Marvel place. Nebi, I can't remember.
He just had that Spider-Man one. I forgot.
Logan also.
Oh yeah, he did have Logan.
Yeah, he had Logan.
But then he put He made sure to include the fact that he put Doctor Strange in first, right?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like the thing is, Doctor Strange isn't a bad pick. It's just that he picked it first.
It's a terrible first pick.
It was such a. Like, imagine all the other things. You could have gotten Guardians of the Galaxy. You could have taken Logan first. If you had taken Logan first, I would have respected you so much more. But you picked
Logan first. I mean, you would have gotten a big pick. You know what I mean? So I had to.
We got big picks either way.
Yeah, we got it. You could have. He didn't even choose Logan.
You didn't even win.
I got second though.
No, I got second.
No, you guys were tied for second, Andrew and Nebi.
Oh, we were tied.
But the thing is, I put Andrew as first. Well, Andrew, did you vote?
No, I didn't vote.
Oh, you didn't vote. Who do you? Because he came in at the last second. He was like, I didn't vote, so I gave him a point. So he moved up and tied with you. Since Andrew didn't vote, I'm gonna give him a point, and he is now officially in second place, and Nebi's in third.
Okay.
Yo, I thought that was Nebi kind of like whining for a second.
Was that not him?
Wait, it was?
Yeah, that was him.
I'm dead.
All right, before we get into the actual episode, I have a quick trivia question, movie related.
Blue.
Oh.
What was the highest grossing movie of 2020? Of
2020?
Yeah, what was the highest?
Do we have
what was the highest grossing movie? All right, I now have choices. All right, the trivia question was, what was the highest grossing movie of 2020? Your choices: Bad Boys for Life, Sonic the Hedgehog, Doolittle. What the heck did I write here?
You have release dates for these?
Bad Boys for Life was in January. Sonic the Hedgehog, January. Doolittle, January. The Invisible Man, January. Tenet, I believe, was in November.
Of 2020?
Maybe October of 2020.
Wow.
Onward was February. And The Gentleman was January.
A lot of movies came out in that
Bad Boys for Life, Sonic the Hedgehog, Doolittle, The Gentleman, The Invisible Man, Tenet, and Onward.
All right,
was
I'm gonna go first.
movie?
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna walk my way through this. Okay.
All right.
So I was at first I was planning on just choosing whichever one came out earliest because whichever one came out before pandemic obviously got the most. Right? Okay. So then that completely is wrong. Other than Tenet, I know for a fact Tenet didn't because one, it was confusing and no one wanted to go to a movie theater that soon. All right. So you said The Gentleman. I have no idea what that movie is, so it's obviously not that one.
Oh, okay.
So then we're left with Bad Boys for Life, Sonic the Hedgehog, Invisible Man, and Onward.
Yep.
Okay. I don't think that Onward.
Doolittle is also in there.
Oh, Doolittle. Don't think Onward got more than any of those.
Okay.
So remove that. Doolittle. I don't think anyone was pleased to know that Robert Downey Jr. was trying to be Eddie Murphy. So that's the same thing. That's what I think is going to happen with the new Space Jam. I think people are going to be like upset that LeBron's trying to be the new Michael Jordan. It's just going to be bad. It's just going to be rough.
Yeah.
Y'all see how they nerfed the bunny?
Yeah, exactly. She's not even bad no more. She's just kind of weird looking.
Wait, are you talking about
Lola? Mm-hmm.
How? I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah, she's like flat now. It's bad. It's rough. It's awful.
Wow. Okay. So
all right. So then
that movie's officially off my watch list.
We're left with Bad Boys for Life, Invisible Man, and those are the last two, right?
Bad Boys for Life, Invisible Man, and Sonic. The Hedgehog.
Yeah. Well, maybe Sonic could. Because all the hate Sonic had for the character design for Sonic at first, I think that kind of ruined. Everyone's like, oh yeah, let's go watch this. But then they put out the new character design. And we're like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then the only people who will go watch Sonic the Hedgehog are people who played Sonic the Hedgehog games or watched the Sonic movies. And those people are the same people who showed up to watch Monster Hunter. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Because man, let me tell you. Have you seen Monster Hunter yet?
Not yet.
It was a good movie, but like those weird people who trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Whoa,
Nebby?
That's
Nebby, bro.
Oh, whoa.
This man's favorite anime is either Yu-Gi-Oh or Naruto. Yu-Gi-Oh is up there though.
The people who trade the cards and had little battles and walk around with little Nintendos.
Yes, Nebby Yu-Gi-Oh.
Those people. And the people who follow Capcom games and all, those were the only people who showed up to that movie. I'm assuming that's the only thing that happened with Sonic the Hedgehog. So that's off the list. All right. So then you have Bad Boys for Life and Invisible Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Bad Boys for Life because it's the third one. And who doesn't want to watch a Will Smith and Martin Lawrence movie? The third one.
The thing is, a pretty good movie. It was a pretty good movie.
It was a good movie too.
I expected it to be kind of bad, being
I don't know
the third one after like 15 years.
What?
And usually it's the like super delayed sequels are not always the greatest.
It's pretty good.
It was great. It was great.
Fat.
It was really good.
Got fat.
Martin Lawrence did.
Really good. I just thought it was
Whoa.
Nebby?
You have a choice? So I understand.
You have a choice. Bad Boys for Life, The Invisible Man, Sonic the Hedgehog, Tenet, Doolittle, Onward, and The Gentleman.
See, the thing is, if I was to think about my life, right, and I think from that perspective, I know that us and a couple of other friends each actually paid money to see Bad Boys for Life. And
That's
I don't
true.
know who paid money for any.
Not a lot of money.
Right. So in that regards, in that respects, I'm gonna have to go with my man, Bad Boys for Life.
It was Bad Boys for Life. It made $428.5 million, which compared to the $2.7 billion that Endgame made the year before, a bit of a decrease when it comes to highest grossing movies by year. But COVID hit, January movie.
So after April, no one went to the movies.
Like Tenet was, if it wasn't for COVID, Tenet was probably like a $500 million guarantee. You had Black Widow, which was probably $1 billion guarantee because it's Marvel.
When it came out?
It didn't. If it had come out, it was supposed to come out May of last year. It's going to come out May of this year now. But good job. My boy Andrew thought through it. Nebby, I'm not sure how much you thought through. I'm starting to think that you just thought into the answer. I'm playing. But your reasoning was good too. And now, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, his reasoning was the fact that 5 teenagers spent like $7 on a movie.
But we have to going deeper. When we went to see Bad Boys for Life, that was literally the only option we had. And Nebby knew that the options were so slim that everybody that wanted to see a movie in January had to go see this one movie, and the movie turned out to be pretty good. So Nebby, subconsciously he was thinking through it.
Yeah, I mean, compared to the other movies that came out, and what's The Gentleman? That just sounds like
we actually did a podcast on that. It's a pretty good movie. It's Guy Ritchie, Matthew McConaughey. It's kind of like I guess it's a gangster movie.
Yeah, it sounded like one.
Yeah,
they always have classy names, don't they? The Godfather,
Goodfellas,
The Gentleman, Goodfellas,
The Gentleman,
Mr. Nice Guy.
That's
gonna be one.
The Nice Guys. Yeah.
Is it actually?
It's not like a straight up gangster movie, but it's kind of like
Guys.
I think it falls within that realm of genre.
Wow.
It just it fits. It fits the style of the movie.
When did Birds of Prey come out? Was that 2019?
I probably should have put that as a option. Did any of you go see Birds of Prey?
I've never seen that movie.
I have not either.
Isn't it an all-woman? It's an all-women Suicide Squad, basically, right?
It's supposed to be mainly about Harley Quinn.
Who wants to watch a movie like that? Y'all go for the Joker, dude.
I guess they were trying to get a female Joker. Since the Joker made $1 billion the previous year, they're like,
the Joker came out 2019.
2019, yeah.
Joker was great.
Joker was very good.
It was such a letdown of a movie.
What? High School Musical?
I don't know. I think I watched the Suicide Squad after everybody was like, it's garbage. I mean, obvious it is bad. It's bad. But I was like, it's not that bad because everybody was making it out to be the worst thing ever.
No, it's not trash.
It's not just trash. It's not good.
They could have done a lot better. I appreciate Will Smith just for being there. Joker, I didn't hate him. I didn't hate him as much as everyone else hated him. I wish he was more involved in the movie, though. But I didn't care that he had a damaged tattoo on his forehead or whatever.
Have you guys heard what Jared Leto was doing behind the scenes, where he went like super method with it? Because he went
crazy.
Previous Joker was Heath freaking Ledger, so this dude was like going method. He was sending condoms, like used condoms, to his co-stars. He had like a mental breakdown or something.
Yeah, he did all of that speed in the movie for like a total of a minute and 45 seconds.
All right, segue time. Speaking of superheroes, WandaVision. So
I was confused on how you're going to connect that because everyone in Suicide Squad was a super villain. Oh, but I like the comparison. Superpower. None of them had.
I guess they are.
Either.
None of them did have superpowers. You know what? I'm gonna take it. Batman was in it for 2 minutes. I'll take it.
They're not even in the same universe, though.
Amen.
They're like not at all.
Let me be. All right. All right, but okay. About a month ago, we had the MCU draft. Andrew brought it up, and Andrew, who was in second place, had WandaVision as his wild card pick. And this was when there were about 4 episodes in. Since then, 5 more episodes have been released. And, I wanted to hear what my close friends thought about those other 5 episodes, including the 4 episodes that we barely talked about. Because I think Andrew was the only one that had seen any of it at that point.
Yes.
And
you all call me like idiots for watching it, for putting it in there. You were like, Andrew, you're going to lose because of this. And
we did doubt you. We did doubt you because it was like brand new. It was fresh. I didn't think a whole bunch of people had seen it. I think I kind of did that last time with the animated movies draft. I chose Soul. Not many people.
Soul was really good. Soul was amazing. Soul was a great movie.
See, Andrew knows what he's talking about. See?
Soul was beautiful.
It was amazing.
Probably one of the best movies I've actually seen. One of the best. Was that a Pixar movie?
Yeah, it's a Pixar
movie. One of the best Pixar. I think it's comparable to Inside Out.
It's the best Pixar movie since either Inside Out or Toy Story 3.
Incredibles 2 was kind of weird. It was weird.
All right.
It was awkward.
It was.
Inside Out was actually a really good movie when you think about it.
I feel like I wasn't prepared for Inside Out as a kid.
Yeah, it was kind of dark, wasn't it?
It was very dark. They killed a freaking stuffed animal, bro. I still had stuffed animals at the time, dude.
I think they gave her teenage depression that all girls go through.
Yeah, I never, I didn't know what depression meant at the time.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh, you didn't need to do all that.
I was more entranced by the colorful little bubble thing. That was cool, and I liked Anger. He was really the best character on there. Happiness was kind of annoying. Sadness, she was fat. The green girl, she was green. I like the purple dude.
Was the green girl the sassy one?
Yeah, she was the sassy one.
Yeah.
I like the.
It's a pretty good movie. I need to rewatch. I haven't seen it since it came out.
Yeah.
I really just wasn't prepared for it as a kid. On WandaVision, Nebby, I wanna actually know, Andrew, since you were the first one to watch it, what were your expectations going into the show?
I thought it was gonna be crap. Not crap. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna. I forgot that he died. I thought it was gonna be like. I thought it was gonna be the like when they got arrested after Civil War.
Yeah.
Captain America Civil War.
Oh, when they were
and then they both disappeared.
Yes.
I thought it was gonna be like from that period until Infinity War. I thought that was like
understandable.
I thought they were gonna talk about like the character development or whatever, but I didn't see this movie poster at all. I had no clue that it had anything to do with it.
Watching the trailers, and when I saw the trailer for WandaVision, I was like, okay, that looks weird and possibly cool, but my automatic thought was there's no way they're gonna make this work. I was like, this is gonna suck. Like I have a lot of faith in Marvel, but this is just uncovered ground for them, especially the style that they were going for. And I was like, no way. But
this was, very outgoing.
Yes, and I will have a bit more to say about that as we go through the episodes. But Nebby, what were your expectations going into this show?
Well, I kind of knew what they were planning on doing,
Shut up. No, you didn't.
Yep.
I mean, he watched it a bit late, so.
Don't hear your lies.
I predicted from a mile away, to be honest. Because, that's the only option, because we all know that Vision is not alive. This has to be a fantasy reality, and you could see they were going with old-timey lick, which I was like, okay. So, yeah, I mean,
that's two of the episodes.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it's quite literally 2 episodes in the show.
I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna be bad because it's a Marvel show, but I thought it was overhyped.
All right, and for me, it was. I think my expectations were kind of high because of Andrew's kind of hype for it in the Marvel podcast, and I hadn't watched it yet at the moment. And this is have you guys seen any of the other Marvel shows?
No, but the one that Nebula and Nigel showed us, that one was horrible.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. It's slipping my mind.
Terrible.
The Inhumans.
Yeah, Marvel's
Inhumans. Yeah, apparently it's just horrible.
Just trash.
This is the first Marvel show that I've watched. I've stuck strictly to the movies
and stuff.
I mean, just specifically MCU shows. I didn't watch Peggy Carter. I didn't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And
same.
I think there's another one. Oh, Inhumans. And the one Fist dude, Luke Cage. I did not watch Luke Cage.
Oh, yeah. And Daredevil and Iron Fist on that.
And, this being the first non-Marvel movie, just like I said, I didn't know where it was going to go after seeing the trailers. My expectations were pretty high just because of Andrew, though. There were 4 episodes in by the time that I came in. And, I mean, my expectations were high. That's pretty much all I'm trying to say. But Nebby, I kind of, when it came to overall thoughts and giving it just a quick letter grade, off the connotations that letter grades have, especially in schooling and stuff, I wanted to start off with you because since whenever the DC trailers came out, or whenever we did that podcast episode, you have quite literally been going to bed right before going to bed, you pray that Marvel is gonna fall. You want Marvel to fail because they have been so good. So
what happened?
like he just doesn't like Marvel being good. I don't know why. Nebby's just kind of one of those people that are like, I only want to like something if nobody else likes it.
That's I respect that.
I'm fine with that. But he's like, Marvel is just too good. They just be putting out too much good stuff.
Well, if WandaVision were to, I think WandaVision just expresses how good Marvel is in general.
Yeah. So, Nebby?
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
Nebby, what are your overall thoughts on the show? You don't have to go into any specifics. We can get into that as we go through the episode. What are your overall thoughts on the show, and what letter grade would you give it?
I would say that for me, my recent, expectations of a show has been pushed up after seeing some really great animes, and I have less tolerance for mediocre shows, which is why I feel sort of negatively about WandaVision. Like I know it's not bad, like no Marvel thing is at this point, but it doesn't really, surprise me in any way that like a really good show like AOT or some like an anime does, or like
Wow.
I'm not really connected to the characters like that. So I'm thinking really it really varies from a C plus to a B minus in my opinion.
What do you want to go on for right now, concretely?
Yeah.
What do you say?
You want to go a C plus to a B minus. So which one would you rather go with for now?
Just go to strong C.
I mean C
halfway through.
No, halfway is a. These are like next to it goes.
You said C. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
C
they're
plus or B minus.
Yeah.
So
you can do B minus plus.
So I think that the latest episode of WandaVision was okay. Was pretty good. It was better than it was more good than bad.
Okay. So what do you
want to go with? Or
C minus.
You like just jumped back so much.
All right. So
a C minus.
He went back 2 whole letter grades or grades.
Like, all right.
So I can go ahead.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I always have to do this big old explanation, right? Mm-hmm. So Nebu, I normally agree with opinions you have, but this was just disrespectful on so many levels. Right? This show is great. You can't compare this show to anime because in anime they can fly in this. In anime they have spirit bombs, or they can become big. Shut up.
They're 2 completely different mediums, bro.
Exactly.
Different mediums, yeah.
This is one of the best shows with real people that I've ever seen in my life. Let's go with a solid A plus plus. That's the thing. A plus plus. It was great.
A plus plus.
Wait. Like just the blend of the comics with Marvel movies in general, and the way they tied in the first episode with the last episode and tied that in. They tied this show with Age of Ultron, and then they connected X-Men with Pietro.
Yes.
And this is a C minus? Come on.
I didn't really notice that kind of stuff. Whoa, we're talking about X-Men and stuff?
That's
X-Men actor.
The fake Quicksilver was Quicksilver in X-Men.
He was?
In Apocalypse. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. How am I supposed to know that, though? That's crazy.
What do you mean?
Quite literally, everybody knows that.
Yeah. Search it up, Evan. Search up Quicksilver. His face is going to be there. It's going to be like the second one to pop up. Shoot, the first one. Oh, second. Look at him.
Right there.
He's right there.
Yeah. He was in that, you don't remember the Sweet Dreams episode? I mean, not episode, scene.
Oh,
yeah. Like that. Yes. Yeah, everyone knew that.
I did think that he looked like the wrong person.
He said he looked like the wrong person. Wait, you thought that was a normal Quicksilver?
Yeah.
Okay. I understand why he gave it a C minus. He just wasn't paying attention.
Why is he here again?
Why are
No,
you? I'm starting to think that I just should not have invited you onto
You
the
don't
episode.
understand the connections.
You don't
understand
you just
how
don't
how
get
much work they put into this show.
like even if
It's
that is the Quicksilver from X-Men, if you still compare it to other great shows like not Doctor Strange, but Sherlock Holmes on Netflix, so I don't think
I
this one.
mean, the
Okay,
thing is, when it comes to comparisons like that, once again, they're not two different mediums, but they're two completely different genres at that point. And also, Sherlock Holmes is 5 seasons in.
This is
6
9
seasons.
episodes.
This is 9. This is pretty much a mini series. This is barely even a show.
Sadly,
even the first episode of like Sherlock Holmes, like it surprises you. Like I don't know. I don't.
this doesn't surprise you.
Nah, I don't. I don't think that's any.
Just the development, the way they connected it with the blip, and then come on,
We're
you
all
can't even-
entitled to our own opinions.
What would you give it, Yapinet?
All right. So,
Whack.
all right.
What'd you say?
Personally, I think he said something whack. I just heard those two
heard
words.
the whack part.
I go ahead.
I want to know what's whack.
I was talking about like the villain they tried to like add came out of nowhere. I don't know why she was.
Oh, okay. That right. I'll get back to you.
You talking
on
about the witch, Agnes?
Yeah. We'll get back to Agnes.
He doesn't know the
Yeah,
comics.
we'll get back. All right. Oh, well. Quick question: have either of you read House of M?
House of M, no, but I watched a video about it.
All right, cool. I respect that you at least went. All right. Personally,
Yeah, I wanted to see the connections.
You were invested. The show got people invested. I think ratings wise, I mean, these don't matter the most, but ratings wise, it has like an 8.3 on IMDb and like a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. The show is.
Yeah, what does Attack on Titan have? Search it up real quick.
Probably that was a bad question. Attack on Titan probably has like a 9.0, bro.
Search it up.
Attack on Titan is like currently Attack on Titan is the most watched show on just in general.
Yeah, it's just because it's the last season, last season, and it's currently coming out. I haven't watched it yet. I'm waiting for all of season 4 to come out.
That's also what I'm doing. I'm going to use that as my new excuse.
I'm waiting for My Hero Academia season 6 to come out.
All right, for me, I'm kind of putting on two different levels. The first one, a YouTuber named Patrick H. Williams, he put out a video on why Marvel movies kind of felt a bit flat to him, and he pointed to these new shows as the answer to kind of what the small problem of like Marvel and the character studies that they try to do, where these shows are exactly that, where they're gonna lean more into what's the aftermath, like they're gonna align more with the solo comic book stories that he used to love reading, rather than always just being these big movies that we're always watching. So on that level, I think WandaVision is nearly perfect. It's like as a character study, it is amazing. It is probably a at that level. It is a very enjoyable movie. Not movie, show, my bad. An enjoyable show / miniseries. After binging the first 4 episodes on like a Thursday, I did watch every single episode every Friday. It had me coming back each time. It is enjoyable. And I think acting wise, Andrew, you're kind of going into this. The acting I feel is incredible here. The chemistry between the two main characters is wonderful. And Nebby was out here pointing to Agatha Harkness as a weak spot, which I think is absolutely absurd. Catherine
like
Hahn,
the strongest spot.
The casting there was wonderful. If you did any research, which I obviously just didn't do, on just the comic storyline, Agatha Harkness's character, it's wonderfully inserted in there.
Yeah, extremely.
I do think that what you say?
Originally, I think she was a character when she wasn't a witch. I just think that making her a witch was kind of weird.
She was already a witch.
That she was a witch.
She's been a witch.
It was Agatha all along, bro.
It was her all along.
It was her all along.
What was she doing? What was her goal? She was doing
goal. Her goal was to figure out what Wanda was. You silly goose. Have you not seen the last episode?
Yo. I mean, we're just gonna ignore you, Nev. I might just mute you for the rest of the podcast. But, there are points where the show did feel a bit flat for me. There were points where I'm not gonna lie, the last few episodes, I got a bit bored at points. I felt that it got like, I wanted the show to be kind of weird and more eccentric, and towards the end it became a bit too MCU, too blockbustery for me. Either way, I think the show is amazing, and I give it a B plus.
Oh, B plus. Wow.
I would give it an A, but what Nebby was talking about earlier, like there are other shows that are just, for me, more enjoyable. Shows that I would go back and rewatch more, and shows that I just plain outright think are better. And also for those last few episodes, I think that the fact that I started watching Breaking Bad as those last few episodes came out might have hurt the show a bit, because Breaking Bad is amazing. It is
Breaking Bad.
It is a great show.
Back when I was a little kid, like when I had a simpler, less complicated mind, I think I would have liked this show a little bit more, to be honest.
I feel like this show is extremely complicated.
I don't. The thing is, I don't feel like disrespecting Nebby on the podcast right now. So I'm going to hold off my disrespect until we finish the podcast. So let's go ahead and get into the main point of this podcast, which is the WandaVision episodes rankings. And
the reason I gave it an A++ is because I compared it to other superhero TV shows that I've seen, which have been DC superhero movie shows, and you can't even compare a Marvel to DC like that, right? So I compared this to The Flash, which I watched, and The Flash, it was good, but it made me upset. WandaVision didn't make me upset.
If you're comparing it to the superhero movies, I would say this is like one of the best, because I hate basically every superhero show except like the first 2 seasons of The Flash.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't say The Flash yet, because it's only on the season. But I think every other superhero show, DC or Marvel, is complete trash.
I feel like a B plus is just a perfect rating. Just like comparing it to other superhero shows, and comparing it to kind of like finding the sweet spot between superhero shows and normal shows. And like Nebby's for some reason doing Attack on Titan and other animes. I feel like B plus just kind of hits that sweet spot, at least for me.
Man, I can't compare this thing in anime because
they're just too different.
Yeah, it's just different. Of course I've seen better in anime. Yeah, because they can do things in anime that they can't do in real life.
I just think
just with quality
that the Japanese are more creative than us.
Well, they did steal Superman from us with Goku,
but they kind of made him better.
They did. That's true.
We gotta give them props.
Japanese people are just not people, but anime is better than, in my opinion, anime is better than cartoons.
Even American cartoon shows
Are we gonna brush over the fact that Andrew just said Japanese people are not people?
Is that what I said?
I don't think you meant it, but
that's not what I meant to say.
You're like Japanese people are not people. And then you just kept
I meant to say.
You just kept talking.
I said like Japanese people, and I went back. Not the people, but the show, what they produce. They're people.
Makes sense. Makes 100% sense. I get what you're trying to say. It's just I just wanted to clarify because for audio listeners or people that just aren't, or just in general for people listening, it just didn't sound the greatest.
Every person's a person.
Yeah.
Unless they identify as not a person, they're still a person. They're just confused.
All right, now
you can write that down.
Okay, I'll put it in big bold letters so everybody knows.
Good. Make it a little quote.
I'm gonna make that the slogan for my podcast channel. Loving all humans.
That's not what I said.
That was the theme of what you were saying.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I'll listen back and I'll figure out what the theme was.
I'll tell you what, I'll read. All people are people.
Yes.
Unless they say they aren't people. But then they're just confused people. That's what I said.
Okay, so that does not mean what I thought the theme was.
Not at all. No.
Not at all. I'm gonna make it. Humans are humans. Humans are humans unless they don't want to be humans.
Well, humans are humans, and if they don't want to be humans, they're just confused humans.
Okay. So going into our individual lists, the way that we're gonna do this, first, each of us will give our individual lists. We'll just run through them pretty quickly, and then we will come to a consensus. We're gonna discuss through it to a official ranking, objective ranking that nobody else but us three has a say in. So it is objective, therefore. And we are going to come to that consensus of the WandaVision episodes ranked. And then after talking, we might revisit what our letter grades were, see if we convinced each other to move up or down or stay where we are, whatever happens. And then we'll try and give it a numerical grade like we do here on CinemaVerse Podcasts, for the majority of our movies that we rate. And then, we'll go a bit into how are we feeling about the future of Marvel after WandaVision. So I will start off with my individual list for WandaVision episodes. And I guess I'll go in reverse order. So in ninth place, I have the first episode, filmed before a live studio audience. In eighth place, I have episode 7, Breaking the Fourth Wall. In seventh place, I have episode 3, Now in Color. In sixth place, I have episode 9, which is the series finale. In fifth place, I have episode 5, On a Very Special Episode. In fourth place, I have episode 8, Previously On. And my top 3, I have episode 2, Don't Touch That Dial. Second place, episode 6, An All New Halloween Spectacular. And in first place, what I think is the best episode of WandaVision, episode 4, We Interrupt This Program. Anybody want to follow up now?
I'll go from worst to best. Worst. So worst movie or worst episode is episode 6, the Halloween one. Okay. Then the 7th or then the 8th one is the 7th episode.
Mm-hmm.
7th best is the 3rd episode.
Okay.
Maybe I should get the names. I'm gonna write down the
I can say the names as you go. All right. So in 8th place you have episode 6, All New Halloween.
9th place is episode 6.
Oh, sorry. In 9th place you have episode 6, All New Halloween Spectacular. Mm-hmm. In 8th place you have episode 7, Breaking the Fourth Wall. In 7th place you have episode 3, Now in Color. Continue.
Okay. 6th place I have episode 5.
Okay. Episode 5 is On a Very Special Episode.
What was that about again? Oh.
Episode 5, Wanda addresses Vision's worries when he grows suspicious.
Oh, yeah, that was a solid one.
This is the one where they kind of like had that cool shot at the end.
I don't know what that
means. They were going back and forth. They were fighting at the end. That's what
that was cringy to me. That when they flew up like that, it was kind of weird.
It was
why is he positioned like that? He doesn't have anything. He can fly. He can levitate himself. Why is he like in one of those like superhero? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's like
I get
pushing himself up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get
his knees bent. Like, why is your knee? You can fly. Just levitate.
All right.
So
next,
episode 1.
Episode 1, filmed before a live studio audience.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Then 4th place is the 2nd episode.
Second episode is Don't Touch That Dial.
That was a really good one. Actually, I'm going to move this. All right. So 4th place is episode 8.
Episode 8, Previously On.
Mm-hmm. Previously On. And then 9th, and then 3rd is 9, the final episode.
The final episode is called the series finale. Yeah, the series finale.
It's kind of lame.
Yeah. I get what they were trying to go for, but
imagine it wasn't the series finale. Oh, I see what they're trying. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think. I thought it was just being like.
No, it's it's a show within a show. Yeah.
Then the 2nd is the 2nd episode.
Very cool. Second episode's name is Don't Touch That Dial.
And the first one is the 4th episode.
4th episode, We Interrupt This Program. Our lists are actually pretty close together.
What was yours?
We had the same. Well, we had different last places. I had the first episode in last place. You had the 6th episode. In 8th place, we had both episode 7. In 7th place, we had both episode 3. And I guess in 4th place, we both had episode 8. And when it came to episode 2, we kind of just switched it around. You had it in 2nd, I had it in 3rd. And we both had the same number 1 episode 4.
Wow.
Nebby.
Okay, for me, I'll go. What's the best? I'll say.
Maybe we should say episode 1 is first, episode 2 second.
All right, go ahead, Nevi.
Number one is the West.
Okay.
I get what we're supposed to be, but I don't. We all know it's the one. I would say
Okay.
number 7 is Second West. And also, I really don't know what these episodes entail. I've just had it like a call what I can, what I mean, like, what I remember most.
I can like go ahead and
So,
you can read through what they said. Can you see the screen?
oh yeah, number 7. Wait, what was episode 7 again?
Episode 7, Monica plots her return. This is the one where the black girl, she like randomly gets powers. The one where she like rams into the wall with the truck. Oh, the Modern
That was
Family
episode 7.
Yeah, the Modern Family episode.
Oh yeah, I just put that at 7, but
Oh, I think episode 8 was better than episode 9.
oh, you can. How did she get powers though?
It's
Did they explain that?
who?
The black
That she didn't. They never explained. That's one thing that they should have explained.
Yeah.
real?
Yeah, I was like, why? Where did that come from? But I guess it has something to do with Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, was she the girl who was like
Yes.
in the movie?
Yes.
I think it was her. I thought she looked different though.
All right. So, okay, Nebi, you were saying that this shouldn't require like you to go back and look at things, right? But at this
Right.
point, like this is stuff that you just know. Like I don't think me and Andrew had to go back to realize that was the girl from Captain Marvel.
It was.
The black one?
Said, yeah, the black. She says it in one of the episodes. She's like, oh, like when they say Captain Marvel, she apparently is like
When they
that doesn't need
she literally
explanation.
came back.
Yeah.
I don't know if she looked like that though. I thought she was like the daughter of the girl or something.
Well, it's you. Okay, so Nebu, let's just walk you through this real quick. All right. So she was a child
Uh-huh.
during Captain Marvel movie, right? Captain Marvel was in Endgame like several years after that movie. That was when she first got her powers. She had her powers for a while after that because in Captain Marvel, Nick Fury still had his eye, and he still had hair in Captain Marvel, right? So obviously it was 20. I don't know 20. It couldn't have been 20 years because she's not 40 something. Maybe like 10. Maybe he just aged a lot.
Maybe.
I don't know. How old is she? I don't know. But it's been a long time. And her mom was elderly because she was in the hospital. Then she disappeared when Thanos snapped his fingers.
Her mama dead though.
Yeah, her mom died.
Yes. What do you mean? Everything is in quotation.
Was she called the Scarlet Witch before this series?
Apparently not.
Why do I have the memory of her being Scarlet Witch?
I do too. Maybe it's like the X-Men universe. Was she ever in the X-Men universe? I don't think so, actually. No, she wasn't. But I remember somebody saying that. But apparently, like, she didn't even know she was a witch. So
I didn't know she was a witch.
I don't know. We'll get a little bit back into that. Nebi.
Yeah, for my next one,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say episode 3. Or
Episode 3.
7, yes.
All right. In 6th place.
I'm going to say number 5.
Episode 5. In 5th place.
Episode 4.
Episode 4. We interrupt this scrolling. Watch this man just go 2. Well, wait, actually, you already went 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead. 4th place.
Episode 6.
Episode 6 in 3rd place.
Episode 8.
Episode 8, 2nd place.
2nd place was probably, I don't know. 2nd place might be my 1st place one. It was really the only like episode I actually kind of liked, and that was episode 2.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
I feel like all of us are really high on episode 2. We all like episode 2. And in 1st place.
Maybe because the first one was just so awful. Like,
I don't think the thing is for me, I don't think any of the episodes are bad. I think some of them can be kind of stale, but I don't think I can see all of them were well put together and there are moments within them that are likable. So what is in your 1st place?
Episode 9.
Episode 9. Huh. All right. So right now our lists don't look too different.
So this is in order from last to first?
From last to first, this is the order. I said
Oh, that's crazy how similar it is.
Yeah,
That's
these are
weird.
actually pretty close. I thought there would be a lot more discussion. I feel like for some reason I thought we would have a lot more variance, but I guess we
Yeah,
are
it's
close.
kind of makes me uncomfortable.
So it seems
Yeah.
to me that episode 7 is safely sitting in 8, but we'll see. All right. So both me and Nebs have episode 1 in last place. Andrew, you have it all the way in, what is that, 5th place?
Hmm.
Would you like to explain? Would you like to try and persuade us?
Well, in my opinion, the Halloween was trash.
The thing is, for the Halloween one, I really liked a Vision storyline. I felt like every time we
Oh, I
went back to
guess, but
Vision, I enjoyed it. The I feel like a big deal was made out of the Quicksilver stuff, just in the when it comes to the Marvel fandom people.
yeah.
I never cared much for it. The I guess the twist at the end of episode 5 didn't really hit for me.
Hmm.
And episode 6, it's perfectly fine. Actually, I have it pretty high. I think it's good because of the Vision stuff. Anytime we went back to Vision storyline and him kind of seeing the breaks in reality, I was really intrigued in it, and that kind of carried the episode for me.
Well, I put it was just a lot happened in episode 6. Kids got their powers. Vision ran away, saw Agatha in the car.
Yeah, I like that. Like that, those parts, like I the Vision
Yeah,
and
it was
Agatha
cool.
portion.
But like,
I will
right?
say,
She wasn't even under mind control. It was just which episode was it when Agatha was like, "Should I run that back?" Which episode was that?
I think episode 3.
That was great. That was beautiful.
That moment was very good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was episode 3.
No, I think it was 4.
4?
Because I think it was after she was it?
Oh wait, she had kids at that point. Okay, then yeah, it's episode 4. I remember they had
Yeah,
those
it was
clothes
when
on.
because they were in because the babies that were there.
Yeah, the babies
Babies
Yeah,
disappeared.
the thing is, both me and you have episode 4 at the top.
All right, so yeah, episode
That
6.
episode
It was
is
it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I hated Vision's costume. That's a main reason why it's in last place for me. His costume
all right,
is
but
upsetting.
personally, episode 1, aside from the ending,
Episodes that I'm excited.
I was pretty like when I was watching episode 1, and it might have been because you hyped it up so much. I was like, Andrew must be a dumbass, or
Wow.
like his taste is horrible because like at least 60% into episode 1, I was about to just turn off the episode or just like the show. I was gonna be like, no. And then we got to the ending. The ending was good.
I don't know
Why
why
episode 1 again?
all that happened was a man choked.
Yeah, I feel like episode 1, it was kind of they just kept. I can barely remember what happened. Okay, the description is Wanda and Vision struggle to conceal their powers during dinner with Vision's boss and his wife.
You go to images real quick for me. That was when they were figuring out the heart stuff.
Yeah. Oh, the heart thing, and then it was like, oh, anniversary. Oh no, it's your boss's dinner.
I just
It
like the
didn't hit for
introduction
me.
of it. I liked how they introduced it into like the black and white thing. I liked it gave it off a good vibe. And the heart thing, they connected the heart to something, didn't they? Yeah, the heart on the envelope in episode 8. You remember that?
I do not.
Because when she went to get Vision or look at him to bury him, she got back in the car and on the seat there was an envelope. And on the envelope there was like a big heart in the place where the house was. In the first episode, they were freaking out. They were like, "What's the heart for?"
Oh, okay.
They were like,
all right.
"Is it an anniversary or birthday?"
Before we talk a bit more about episode 1, it looks like all of us are consensus with episode 7, and the whole style that they were going for there, I guess the Modern Family, The Office style, it didn't work for me. The comedy never hit, and I feel all of us. Do you think we would be at consensus with putting episode 7 in last place?
Last place?
I mean, all of us already have it in 8th place.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So I guess we might as well just go ahead and have that in last
place.
Put
it in last.
Yeah. Nebby, you good with that?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so we have episode 7 in last place. And, well, I guess maybe we can move. What's episode 3 about? Episode 3 to me was the most forgettable one.
The pregnancy one.
The pregnancy one. It just went by, and I was like, okay. The
Oh,
pregnancy.
what was the episode? Actually, I like that one.
Man, I didn't like the fact that she got randomly pregnant. It was just weird. Like, she didn't need,
I guess-
that was a weird way to introduce the kids.
I guess this speaks for a lot of just movies and shows in general. But I guess an explanation would be her state of mind is like all over the place. So she was like, oh, and in the previous episode towards the end, the breaks in reality, she had to rewind it all the way back. So I guess she wanted to kind of speed through it as much as possible with this one. Just Wanda herself, not like the filmmakers. That could be just like her psyche at the moment. I have it low down just because it was forgettable for me. I can't really remember much beyond like quick pregnancy.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. We could put that at 7. We can leave that at 7th place and work around it, or we could just move that down to 8th place. But
no, I think it's best to leave it in 7th.
I think we should leave it in 7th, and I feel like we should. I'm cool with for episode 1 being in 8th place. The thing is, I don't think any of the other episodes are better than episode 1. I mean, are worse than episode 1. Outside of, we're gonna have 3 in 7th place. Like even you, Drew. All right, you have episode 6 pretty low down. And you have episode 1 here. So episode 5 is the one that's kind of standing out. Episode 5 and 6. Let's look at 5 and 6. Episode 5.
Episode 5. Oh.
You were just kind of talking about how you don't. Wait, where do I have episode 5? How?
You have yours where mine, where my one is.
But why did I have episode 5 up here?
I think episode 5 was when. Episode 5 was where Vision went to work and then he erased the mind thing of that one Indian dude. Or
yes,
not Indian.
This is another
him.
For me.
And then
episode 5, 6, and 7. All of those I have Vision carried those episodes. Vision storylines had me intrigued with those.
I'm okay with switching my number 5 for number 1. I'll put number 5 in 5th.
Okay, putting number 5 in 6th place.
I'll switch my number 5 with my number 1.
Where do you have 1?
It's in front of 5.
All right, so I'm cool with that. Nebs, are you cool with that? Because you pretty much have 5 in the same place. Moving 5 up to, what was his 5th place? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th.
Well, then he'd have to move his 4.
Hey, man. The thing is, for episode 4, like I feel like I want to come to a consensus right now. I think for us, it's between episode 8, 2, and 4 as to which gets first place.
Why? Where 8? Why is?
Because all of us have 8 up here.
Oh, that's true. 8, 2, and 4.
So, or maybe we can just do 2 and 4. Because 2, I think all of us like 2. I feel like episode 2 was to me the funniest episode.
Episode 2 was the episode 4 before episode 4 came out.
Yes.
Episode 4 just tied everything together.
That's kind of where I'm at. But personally, I'm fine with either 2 or 4 being at the top.
I'm okay with 4 being number 1 and 2 being second.
I'm cool with that too. And I mean, Nebby, 4 at number 1 and 2 at number 2.
I want to rewatch 4. I mean 2.
Back to the page again.
This one?
Yeah.
Episode.
I'll only do that on the one exception.
Mm-hmm.
We have to move 3 up 1.
All of us have 3.
We did move 3 up 1.
Yeah, 3 is at 7. We left it here.
Mm-hmm.
I have to move it to 6.
Instead of we put it to 8th first, and then we moved it back to 7th. So
yeah,
we already did that, Nebby. Yeah.
We have to do it again. Actually, maybe okay. Wait. What else?
Whereas, all right, I'm gonna start writing it right here. All right, so in consensus wise, we have episode 7 in last place. Mm-hmm. We have episode 3.
7 in last place.
Because all of us already had it in 8th place, and we were like, we might as well just move it to last.
Then what is in 8th place?
8th.
That's what we're still working on.
We don't know what 8th is gonna be.
But before we move back around there, let's go to first place. I'm thinking it's 4. In contention between episode 4 and episode 2, and maybe episode 8 is in there too.
I think our episode, the one we're gonna have the most problem with, is in let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which episode in fifth place?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get the easier ones out of the way first.
So I think first place should be 4.
It's close. All right. So
no,
I think
it's not close at all.
The thing is, episode 4 is. I think episode 4 is great in like the storytelling aspect. And,
yes.
Tying it all together. It was the perfect close for that first half of the show.
I agree.
And bringing us back into the real world. And personally, as like a Marvel fanboy, I think the episode was an amazing connection to Endgame, especially with Monica's storyline. I'm not gonna like my mind was like as I'm watching movies and or shows and movies with Marvel, and I think Andrew kind of falls into this too. I love to see like the connections being made in episode 4. Just it hit a lot of those daggers. Episode 2, though, as you were saying, Andrew, I think episode 2 is the one that like I would go and rewatch more than episode 4. Like episode 4 needs the 3 episodes that come before it. Episode 2 is just a hilarious episode in and of itself. Like this man, Vision gets high or something. Is he high or drunk? Because
he gets gum stuck in his gears.
He gets gum stuck in his gears. And Paul Bettman just did an amazing job with the acting there. It was hilarious.
It was great. It was a great episode. I can agree on that.
Oh, that one. Was I
mean, you have it at second place.
Oh, Nebby?
So, yeah, Nebby.
He has episode 4 in 6th place.
He does.
Oh, episode 2. Yeah.
Nebby, do you?
Oh yeah, damn, that was a really good episode. Then.
Which one?
Number 2 first place, but.
Episode 2 in first place.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. You want to put, but the thing is, Nebby, if we put episode 2 at first place, we're putting episode 4 at second place.
All right.
Yeah, those are interchangeable.
We'll do episode 9 in third place.
No.
Well, episode 9 is literally all over the place.
Episode 9.
You have yours in first. I have mine in third. And he has his in like 6th.
I have mine. Episode 9 to me, that's where I almost fell asleep during episode 9. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like it was the most formulaic of episodes. WandaVision has been marketed as a show that goes against all formulas. And the episode 9, the battles, just the storyline itself, it just like, all right, you're just getting too Marvel right now. They just went back into the tropes of Marvel movies. And I didn't think that was quite necessary or expected on my part.
I'm kind of surprised you said it was like, the one you almost fell asleep on, because I feel like this one was the most was happening. I feel like in every other thing, you could like walk, go take a restroom break for 5 minutes, you come back and you.
Episode 9 was predictable.
The thing is, I don't like it when people say that and they're like, "Oh, you can just leave for 5 minutes and you'll still know what's happening." I don't think a story is that good if you're able to do that.
Yeah, episode 9 is extremely predictable.
9. I'm saying episode 9 is different, as in like a lot more was happening. So
because literally every other one had a twist.
Is, like, the fact that WandaVision, like the final battles, are just like all the other final battles that we've seen, doesn't piss me off. But it's like, why? Because WandaVision, like these are probably the 2 most unique of our superheroes in the MCU. And like they could have done so much more with the final battle scene. Of course, they would have done any better than I could have done. I'm not nowhere near as skilled as the people that made this, but I feel that they could have been a bit more unique in what they were doing with the final battles. It was a perfectly fine ending. I think the show itself, I think it peaked towards the middle, and it was like, all right, it kind of just plateaued. It was like, all right, it's fine for the rest. Episode 8. I'll go ahead and put episode 9. I'll agree to episode 9 in 4th place if we have episode 8 in 3rd place. Or no, episode. Well,
because we're just moving it up one.
What do I have higher up?
You have hold on.
I will say.
I don't know why 6 is so high up. I don't know why.
All right, this is gonna sound weird because I have episode 8 kind of up here. I would put episode 9 in 4th place, and then episode 6 in 3rd place, and episode 8 in 5th place.
No, I cannot. Put
I knew I knew that was a stretch. So okay, other way around. Well,
episode 6 was just bad to me. I didn't like it.
I don't think it was bad, but as I was like giving my reasoning, I realized that the Vision storyline is only half of it. So I guess I only liked half the episode. The Wanda Quicksilver stuff, Pietro stuff, it was like, all right. So I'm willing to have it be third place episode 8, fourth place episode 9, fifth place episode 6.
I think fifth place should be episode 5.
What is episode 5? On a very special, Wanda addresses Vision's worries when he grows suspicious of the neighbors' strange behavior. Let's see what happened in this one. All right, this is the one where like I'll give you that because this is the one where what's her name? Agatha is like, oh, do you want to rewind that?
Mm-hmm. And Pietro comes.
And I know you didn't like love the ending. I personally found the ending to be wonderful. I was like, that ending, I thought it was amazing. I'm cool with that.
So 8, 9, 5.
8, 9, 5, and then 6. 8, 9, 5, 6, and what leaves us? Oh shoot, 5, 6, and that leaves us with what is that? 1, and right there. We go with that list. In last place, we have. Oh shoot, my finger. I think I just stabbed my finger. Dang. Hold on, let me write this down so I can say the names.
Last place, episode 7.
9, 8, 4, 2. In last place, we have episode 7, breaking the fourth wall. And that was kind of a consensus there. Well, all of this is now consensus. In 8th place, we have episode 1, filmed before a live studio audience. In 7th place, we have episode 3, now in color. In 6th place, we have episode 6, all new Halloween Spooktacular. In 5th place, we have episode 5 on a very special episode. In 4th place, we have episode 9, the series finale. In 3rd place, we have episode 8, previously on. In 2nd place, we have episode 4, We Interrupt This Program. And in 1st place, we have episode 2, Don't Touch That Dial. Personally, I think our top 2, episode 2 and episode 4, are like top tier episodes. Mm-hmm. And then I guess I would go episodes 8, 9, 5, and 6 are like the mid tier.
8, 9, 5.
Or like
6 is.
All right. If we go 8, 9, 5 in like a good tier, I would put 6 in mid tier, and then I guess 6 and 3 in mid tier.
Can we just look at episode 6 real quick? We haven't like looked at the images of episode 6 yet.
All new Halloween Spooktacular.
Like, what is that?
I mean, what they were doing with what they're doing with the costumes. Like,
I know what they're doing with it. I mean, why does he have ears all of a sudden?
Wait, he does?
Does he have side bulges on his head?
I mean, I don't think those are ears.
Well, what else could
that's
be?
Like, doesn't he like already? It's kind of like built into him. That's kind of the design of his head. Hey, man,
it was just weird. I wasn't fine with it. And then I like what they did with the costume. Now that I've seen episode 9. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. That's really cool.
The mid credit. I feel like the mid credit or the commercial. I think this is the best one.
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought that was an actual commercial, and I was so confused. I was so
too, like it kept going, and the dude like pretty much died on and it's like such a perfect symbol or a perfect encapsulation of like Wanda in that episode. I was
so confused.
It was wonderful. I felt
like I was watching. I was like, and at the end, like he died. I was like, this is a weird episode. This is a weird because Hulu has. I mean, Disney. Disney Plus doesn't have commercials, does it?
They don't. Yeah, they don't.
I just was like, why is there a random commercial about sunscreen or whatever it was? This is kind of dark.
It kept.
Can you just watch it real quick?
Going and going.
Let's just watch it real quick. That was just weird. Like the cat.
It just kept going. And there was that one like shark on crack.
I'm so hungry, I'd eat anything.
Hungry? I remember hungry. I used to be like that all the time.
What did you do?
Snacked on Yo Magic, bro. Now I have time to hang fit.
Can I have some?
Here you go, little dude.
Yeah, I thought this was just a yoga commercial. I was confused.
That's very weird.
Yo, magic! The snack for survivors.
I like how they're just still like, yo, magic.
What did that even? What did that represent?
It was, I can't remember specifically. I remember being like, oh, that's perfect in the moment. After realizing that it's not the actual thing, it was like, at the moment it was kind of, Wanda was trying to hold on to that, to like a life that she can like not truly have. And just like the kid is still, he wants that yogurt so badly and he keeps on doing it until he dies. And it's like, Wanda, this is gonna eventually lead to your demise. It's kind of like that. I thought it was pretty clever. That's why I think it's the best commercial of the ones. The rest of them I was just like, all right, that's fine. But that one was kind of weird. That's the only one where I was like, okay, why is this? Why are we being advertised this right now? This is our consensus list. Now, what are you guys feeling for a numerical grade or for the show? Personally, I actually did the math. I went episode by episode before when we started the podcast.
Oh, is that what that was? That was just on your screen?
Yeah. So I came up with a score that is contradictory to my letter grade and that I was not expecting, which was
I'm gonna give it like a 68.
I mean that would I got it a 7.33 or a 73.3%. Yeah, 7.33 out of 10 or 73.3%. The thing is, in comparison to the movies that we've rated, that isn't bad. Like we usually come to a pretty not low, but like a lower rating than you would expect for most things. Like I think our highest so far is Goodfellas with like an 8.5 or something like that.
I don't think I've been involved in one of these ratings.
You shall be. This is
because I don't know how you're like. How do you decide on score?
For movies we have categories. We go like acting, we go cinematography, all that stuff. We go one by one, and then we average it all out. For this, just however you're feeling it. For me, I did it like I gave each episode a number, and then I just averaged all of those out since it's a show. But like quick, if you guys want, just like an 8 out of 10, just like a 4 out of 5. Do you guys? What are you guys thinking for a numerical grade or a numerical score? You can go out of 10 out of 5, whatever you want, and I'll just make it all fit.
Yeah, mine, right?
Go ahead, Nevi.
A numerical rating, I'm gonna give it a. Well, yeah, if you give it a C in grade terminology, you give it like a 70.
The thing is, I realize that's why for the Goodfellas episode, I decided to do both a numerical and a grade because they don't always match. Like the connotations of like a B versus the connotation of like a 7 out of 10. They're kind of, if you're like, oh, that's a 3-star movie, you're willing to go see the movie. You're like, okay, that movie's probably going to be all right. It may not be horror, not the best thing in the world, but I'll go and see it. But if you're like a 3-star movie is a D, if you're like this movie gets a D, you're not going to go see that jump. So the connotation of the two kind of moves around. So I'm like, a 73% Rotten Tomatoes score is pretty good.
I think a 7 out of 10 is a B.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of how they correlate when it comes to numerical grades, which are much more, statistical, and you don't get to put in like personal preference a lot of the times. But and then letter grades, it's just like letter grades have more of a strict like A is this, a B is this, a C is this, a D is this, and an F is this, where numbers don't necessarily have that to the same extent.
In that case, I'll give it a 6.5.
And Andrew?
No, wait. I need to think about this.
The thing is, all right, what I'm going to do, because on Letterboxd, the app that I use to kind of like log the movies and stuff I do, I gave it 4 stars out of 5. So I'm going to add on a 0.67 and give it 8 out of 10 stars because I really did like the show. Like every single Friday, I went in, I was ready, hyped for the show. I watched it I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
And in total, or average wise, that gives us a 7.833 out of 10, which is a 78.3%, which standing wise, I think that puts it in the top 10 of things that we've rated. I mean, I'm not sure how much that says, given that we've only rated like 15 or 16 things. But hey, I'm building up here, so we have a CinemaVerse rating system. We are going to be the new Rotten Tomatoes. So now that we've seen WandaVision, we've seen the first like mini series, and like before I actually asked the question, that how I talked about my expectations, I talked about the William H. Something, the William dude. He has a YouTube channel. He made a video about like these episodes, these series are gonna take place, or are gonna take in for the old like solo comic books, like the Spider-Man comics, the the House of M comics. These are the things that are gonna be buffer in between the Infinity Wars of the world, the Secret Invasions of the world. So in that context, how well do you guys think WandaVision did?
About doing what?
Kind of like being the buffer in between movies and being kind of like a show of the aftermath.
Great. Well, I don't think it's so much. Actually, yeah, it's great. Aftermath and promoting what's going to happen in the future.
I mean, towards the end, I feel like that might have been one of my problems with it, where towards the end it was kind of obvious that they were just kind of promoting like I think she's going to be in Doctor Strange too. It kind of became obvious, which I don't think is like a bad thing. Like it's something that Marvel has to do at this point. It was like, all right, I get it. You don't have to do that. You don't. It doesn't work the best for me. But they had to do it. They got it done. Nebi, how do you think this works as a bit of like showing the aftermath and acting as a buffer between movies?
I don't know. That's a hard one because I heard you said like she was gonna become a villain or something.
I mean, I said that it's a possibility, but like after the ending,
yeah. I don't think
it's
so.
not. I don't think so now. Like after the ending,
the last end credit scene was kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with her now.
It was really weird.
Like it's possible because she was reading through the book. It's possible that I have no idea where she's going.
There's a chance, but I think that was the point. We don't know what happened to her. We don't know what's gonna happen to her.
Yeah,
White Vision's still out there.
What is that house? What is that house?
No clue. But White Vision's still out there.
I thought
after
that
he gave him the memories.
Yeah, I thought that like Vision was just gonna like after her memory of Vision died. I thought that Vision was just gonna pop up and be like, "Hey, I'm back."
Yeah, same.
I'm happy they didn't do that though.
I thought they switched. Like when he touched his forehead, I thought that was the moment that the real that Vision died, and he was just there the entire time. Because after he said I'm Vision, we didn't see him again.
I was expecting for like when the anomaly was starting to cave in at the end. I was expecting for it to just go through Vision, and then Vision didn't go away, and then she was gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, or the kids. I don't like because those kids are actually like important in the story of like when you get into the comics, they're important.
That is kind of tough to think of. Like, imagine like in a dream, you have a whole dream where you create kids, or like you have a family, and then you kill your family, and then you wake up.
That would be a terrible,
weird ass dream.
No, but they're gonna come back though because they become superheroes, don't they?
They're supposed to.
Yeah, like they're actually people.
Yeah.
There's like a whole thing. Like she's supposed to be Magneto's daughter. There's a whole.
I wonder how they're gonna work that in. I'm intrigued to see how they work in the X-Men universe. But now that we've seen WandaVision,
I think I know exactly how they're gonna work in there.
I'm gonna get your thoughts on that after the episode. I would like to know. But so we've seen WandaVision. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is coming out in about 9 days now for episode 1. Loki is coming out soon. What If coming out soon. What are you guys feeling about those shows now? Are your
I think
expectations?
what if's
higher?
gonna be. I think because what if's just like a fan thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not really gonna be paying too much attention to it
I feel
because
like
it's just gonna be.
the structure of What If. It's not gonna have a consistent viewership like a WandaVision would have. It's gonna be like, oh, you like Captain America? Come watch out this Captain America episode.
It's gonna be kind of upsetting to some.
Probably. I'm
'Cause,
probably
like,
just
they're
gonna
gonna
check
have-
out like every few episodes.
I think what they're gonna be like. What if Iron Man was still alive? Like that.
I
What if-
really hope they don't do that. That would.
What if
that would-
Spider-Man was black and they're gonna have a whole Miles Morales thing? They're gonna. What if Captain America? What if Bucky didn't get thrown off the plane? Or what happened?
What if
he
Captain
didn't get
America
taken?
never went down? Yeah, probably
Or
something
what
like
if
that.
Bucky and Captain America's roles were switched?
What if
I
Thor
th-
went for the head and chopped off Thanos' head?
What if Black Plantation? What if Black Panther happened in Europe? Like,
Oh,
All right. So aside from What If, anybody looking forward to Loki?
I am. I'm looking
Yeah.
because I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Have you seen the trailer for Loki? It looks
No.
more Agents of Shield-ish,
Mm.
but like completely different still. But just
I was expecting them to have like when he got that thing in game and he disappeared.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna like go into that and talk about like what he did and if he's still alive or not. 'Cause we don't
yeah,
know if he's
that
alive.
is what they're doing.
Oh, for real? Oh.
Yeah, but I think he I don't know. I might be tripping here, but I feel like he went back in time to like the 80s. Because I was watching the trailer and I
Does
was
he have
like,
a mullet?
no, but like the people, it's like they casted one of the what's their names? I like there's two of them. They're twins.
Yeah, just, let me look at it. Go to images.
I can't. Owen Wilson. They casted Owen Wilson. Is there anybody more 80s than that dude?
The funny voiced man.
Yeah. Well, none of these are from the trailer. I'll just pull up the trailer.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer.
Well, hold on. We'll get back.
The
to that in a
title
second.
looks weird. Why does it look so weird? It's like
They
each
tried to
letters,
do. Do you guys know about the movie Cherry?
like cherry.
But yeah, Tom Holland is in it. They were doing something with like the letters where they did like a C and then like the H went all the way across and
Let me go to it real quick.
they're doing it so they put out the like the title or the poster before the movie actually came out.
Oh,
So
it came out
people-
already?
Yeah, people couldn't tell what the actual name of it was. Yeah, there. It was this.
Oh,
that was
that says Chirk.
Yeah, it was weird. All right, but now that we got Loki out there, I'm personally hyped for Loki. Loki might be my favorite villain. Thanos is probably the best, but he's my favorite. Now Falcon and the
Loki's a
Winter
cool
Soldier.
kid.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking for. I'm not a big Falcon fan. I'm not a big Winter Soldier fan. It's kind of I never was a big Captain America fan, and they kind of fall into the same category. They're just kind of bland.
I just hope that the show itself goes more into like Winter Soldier vibes than anything else. Like the movie, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, like a spy thriller type thing. If it goes into that, I think they will have my viewership.
But that would just be just like Agent Peggy, which is in the same category, and it's kind of bland.
I mean, the trailer itself looked good. It looked exciting. It looked like a Mission Impossible-esque type thing. Apparently Falcon just like stepped up his game so much. Like this man has like embodied Captain America somehow. But
I don't like the fact that there's a new Captain. There's just something about that. It's just like
I liked it when
him?
comics wise, I liked it when after what was it, Civil War? Didn't Cap die in Civil War?
No, he gave up his role as Captain America.
He gave up his role. I don't know why. In some comic storyline, he died and then gave up his role. But I guess in Civil War, he just gave it up. I read a little bit past that. I liked the Bucky storyline, kind of seeing.
Yeah, I feel like Bucky makes more sense than Falcon.
Yeah,
like that's kind of weird. Falcon.
I'm hoping it works out. But aside from the shows, how about the movies? Are you hyped for Doctor Strange 2 with
Not really.
WandaVision? Oh, what, Nebby? Are you hyped for Doctor Strange? You freaking picked it first overall.
Is it a movie?
Yeah, it's
Doctor
making the
Strange
second
2
one.
Into the Multiverse of Madness. Wanda's gonna be in there. And then Doctor Strange is gonna be in there. Apparently, Wanda is now stronger than Doctor Strange.
She's always been stronger than Doctor Strange.
OP now. Like when you can't define her powers, like it's just like a random blob. Like I was thinking about this when the show was on. I was like, they were hitting each other with these like like beams, right?
Mhm.
I was like, this is so whack. Like it's just a pish. That's what the beam does. It's not like a gun where it goes through you. It's just a whack power. Like, it does nothing really.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like the fact that they kind of went back
Wait,
into
what did
the
Nebby just say?
MCU's. Like the powers that Wanda has, it's just it's not like a gun, or it's not like a gunfight.
Nebby, don't you like Dragon Ball Z, right? It's the same thing. It's just energy being shot at people.
The thing, that's why I didn't like the fact that the fight scenes were shot like Marvel fight scenes. Like if that's the kind of powers you're gonna have, you could have shot it better or choreographed it better to where it was
No,
more
I liked
intriguing.
it because I like this switch, and like we thought that she was getting her energy taken, then it looked like she was sent, and then we found out she was sent up the room.
I don't like to say this because it sounds kind of cocky, but I kind of anticipated that.
You did. I
like
forgot that happened. I'm not gonna lie.
Like it was like I knew there was only 5 minutes left in the show. I was like, Marvel's not gonna do that. So they're like, they just switched it back. But
I was like, because at first I was like, there's no way they're gonna kill Wanda, but then I was like, they did kill Iron Man, so.
Yeah, I know when WandaVision 2 comes out, there's gonna be a second season.
I'm not even sure if there's gonna.
I don't think they're gonna make a second season.
I'm not sure if that's a thing because it's Wanda. Well, I mean, WandaVision is no longer a thing. She destroyed the anomaly.
That's it. Dang.
Well,
if that's it, I'm cool with that. I feel like this.
I don't know what they would do with it in the second season. I mean, I would have liked more episodes.
I'm cool with this. Which is this?
Just more episodes like episode 2. I would have liked that a little bit.
Yeah, I wish there were. Movies. Spider-Man 3 is coming. I mean, I'm not sure what they're doing. We know the name of it. Yeah, No Way Home. I'm not sure what's happening with that.
I thought it was Death Calling Home.
No, it's no. Have you not heard?
Well, I was looking at Tom Holland's post. He posted like 3 of them.
Yeah, it's in Spider-Man No Way Home. I was anticipating for WandaVision to kind of tie into that. I'm sure it will somehow. But
I think it's gonna be the Sinister Six. Like what we thought was gonna happen in Spider-Man 2. I think it's gonna happen in Spider-Man 3.
All right.
Scorpion, Mysterio. Oh, I'm actually looking forward to that because now I forgot everyone knows who Spider-Man is.
Oh yeah. That's probably the only reason that I'm looking super forward to it. Like rewatching Spider-Man Far From Home is not as good as I remember it being, but I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 3, especially since everybody knows who Spider-Man is, and it looks like it's gonna be a bit of a road trip type thing. All right, so I mean, I've talked for a good amount about it. I think the show is pretty good. Thank you for watching. This is probably episode 37 or 38, depending on how I release it.
37 and a half.
You